Okay. Turn this hat around so we mean business. And we're going to go live here. And we're live over here. And we're also live on the Power Tools YouTube channel today as well. So that's super neat. Finally got that set up and running. If you guys are around, I know maybe the emails went out a little bit different than they're supposed to. I know somebody joined an hour ago, and I think I switched the automation. I wanted to make it so basically we weren't sending out too many notifications for the weekly workshops. So I'm just going to, I think when I changed it for the Thursday call, I said accidentally it was at 9 a.m. when it's supposed to be at 10 a.m. So let's just check this out here. That's at 10. Wait till 1 hour before. Yeah, that was my problem. Okay, cool. We're gonna update that, hit save, and let's edit the other one as well. We got Miguel on here. Miguel's coming in. Perfect. Weekly reminders. And I'm going to make one more change here as well. So there's lots of people waiting for the Tuesday one. And it will save. Hey, Miguel, how's it going today?
Hey, doing good.
Good.
Oh yeah, thank you for the QR code thing. I saw it. It actually works now.
Yeah, I made that change. I think yesterday. Was able to get in there and do a few things and switch it around. So that's cool. Thanks for pointing that out. And I'm glad we got that working.
Hmm.
Over the I don't know how many people are going to jump in here today, but let's just go forward. Deduce. Damn, Billie Jean. Yeah, no. Okay, so some cool update programming wise for high level, and I'll just mention this. They've come up with a bunch of different updates and changes this week, which I think are neat. Well, one of them specifically is good for me, and the services that we have is they made it so that when you're adding JavaScript to a page, you can now make sure to call your JavaScript after all of their code that all of their code has run, because what was happening was your code would run first, and then high levels code would run, and then it essentially wipe out the code that you put in there. So we had to write a bunch of different workarounds to make our coding work with the way high level system was working. And now they just added an event trigger, which is really cool because now we can just be like, yo, um, let's um, let's trigger all of our stuff after their stuff is run. And I think that's the whole reason why they did that. So makes it much more awesome for us. So excited about that. Been playing around with some event timing stuff with webinars and workshops. So I'm going to put together a actual snapshot for like a workshop snapshot or like a webinar snapshot that'll help you create a dynamic time. The one thing I saw in the high level group, someone was asking was if we can do like a dynamic event, so we can change the date and time of an event with the scheduling. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that this morning. I've been playing around with it, and it's kind of neat. How we can set it up, basically change a custom value, and it'll change all the times and stuff inside of a workflow. I guess it wouldn't change it for anybody who's already in there, but it will change it for anybody who's coming along. And then we got Ray who just joined us. Ray, how's it going? I know you sent a couple messages over the last couple days here or yesterday, and I have been looking at them. So if you want to share or jump on and let me know what's going on, absolutely.
Yeah, give me. I was just gonna listen to your intro for a few minutes. I'm trying to get everything together because I think the issue around the rewards where I would with the events and all that. I don't know if it got. I mean, I'm still getting the errors, but it's publishing the events. Okay, I
Yeah,
have to
they're
go.
so they're just they're warnings on there. These yeah, if we see them I'll be able to turn them off. It just there was a couple pages where so we're updating everything from API version 1 to API version 2 right now. And we're doing that somewhat on the live server. So moving it over, adding a thing, and then just putting an error checking to see if what happens there. And it shouldn't show up on like the front end to your customers, but I've added in a few more things, so they should only show up for our team instead of everybody. But if there's still a page where you see that it's happening, yeah, let me know.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to edit some events and I kept getting the error, and then I went in and I saw that the events were getting edited. But then I saw it in the beginning. I don't know if you did some work on it this morning or last night.
Yeah, I just turned off some of the warnings.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, I can when we're debugging everything, you can turn on the warnings and errors. Otherwise, if you don't have them on, it just gives you a blank page, right? It won't tell you what's going on. So I have to turn those on just to see what's happening. And usually I turn them back off, but I think I forgot to turn it off on one of the pages we're working on.
Okay.
Or one of the scripts anyways.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger thing was that I was, give me 5 minutes and I'll be able.
Yeah.
I'm just sending something out now,
Okay.
and I can share my screen. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of people here, but I could share my screen on the reviews thing. Was I swear I had it working, but now all of a sudden it's not working, and I don't know if it's.
Okay, let's have a look.
on
We'll have a
your-
look at that too.
Yep. All right. I'll drop back in 5 minutes. I'll
Sounds good. Sounds
raise
good.
my hand again when I'm
Okay.
ready. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, High Level's dropped a bunch of new things. They keep putting out a video basically every day here. I'm assuming it's probably because they did that they're the what's it called? They did that whole SaaS thing last week and released a few things for that. So yeah, like updating tags, do section will seamlessly update with the tag workflow. You can edit emails and stuff like that from the workflow now, which is super nice. So you don't have to jump around and edit emails from in different places, which is really, really cool. Again, that tag, that code thing that that I was talking about earlier is awesome. And I'm probably just going to put a list together of all the cool new things that I'm excited about with the updates and changes that have come along with High Level. I'm actually just kind of scrolling through the Facebook to see what Facebook page here to see what Sean has posted about things. But that's cool anyways. Scola, how are things going today? Scala, I think. Or are you in a crowded place again? Usually you're in a pretty crowded place. Scholar. Oh yeah, there we go. Scholar. I always say it, well, I'll just say it how it was on the screen. Yeah, we're having a great day. I'm having a really great day here. Excited for Monday. Monday we are launching a new 5-day challenge for getting customers, building your brand online, prospecting locally, and trying to find new customers so you can get them either signed up to your High Level or offer them services or however you want to build your agency. So we're going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday call next week, which is kind of a lead in and jumpstart on our agency launch lab that we're starting the week afterwards. Yeah, you know what? We were, I do like the whole go fast and get things out there and get things started. But then sometimes I gotta tell myself to take a minute and be like, okay, let's actually get this planned out a little bit better. And get some like hype around it, get some things rolling for it. So no, you didn't miss it. We just decided to postpone it for a week because that'll start on Monday. Just so we can get our bearings around it. I wanted to put together just kind of a better plan of what we're talking about that this week. Lots of times we'll come in and just be like, okay, well, this is what we should talk about today, this so tomorrow, whatever. And what we're actually been doing is making a more comprehensive plan so we have an idea of where we want to start the challenge and where we want to end the challenge, and where do you guys, where can we see that everybody who's on the calls, where can we have you guys go from Monday to Friday? And probably a lot of it will be around really just getting clear on what service we're offering, who we're talking to, how to find those customers that we want to talk to, and get in front of them so that we can just make some more sales and get more customers. And I think it's so important right now to be building our personal brand. I've had so many conversations with people online and offline about just building your personal brand for your local area, right? So that people know who you are. So when they maybe they see your ads that you're running, we've got a great framework for ads that we're going to talk about next week. That are we developed a system years ago called, we call it the AIM method, which is attraction, influence, and then monetize. And we have a number of different Facebook ads, posts, content stuff that we create, that when we put it out there, it takes people through kind of a step-by-step thing to generate trust. Now, most people, they have to almost consume, 5 to 7 pieces of your content before they know, like, and trust you. So continuing to put out content like that, and we're going to show you how to do that next week, is really a really good jump start to getting more local customers. At least if they check you out, they're going to see what's going on. Or if you have people that you're sharing stuff to, network, doing reels, running local ads can be really simple as well. So things like that. I'm excited to get that out. I was once I wanted to write a book for a while, and I haven't written one, but about this. But the idea is the idea around 21 touch points. The 21 touch points is like reaching out to a customer 21 times before they purchase something from you. And that might just be them watching a video, seeing an ad, getting an email, getting an SMS, seeing another video, having a conversation with you. It doesn't mean that they're going to I'm not sure what that question is. So it doesn't mean that they wouldn't buy it from me before, but if you can get to a point where you've hit them 21 times with different pieces of content, you're going to have a much better chance of locking them down. So the question, does the system recognize when someone has already signed up for the rewards VIP program? Yes. When you have somebody signed up for rewards and they go to sign up for or register again, if you don't have sign up for multiple, you can have it set up to sign up for multiple subscriptions. So if they do in-house or pay-per-click or something like that, you can have those three, you can have different ones, and you can have it set so they can subscribe to each different channel. If you want different ways for them to come in, which could all be different offers. Or you can have that turned off. It's just in the custom values. And I think it says allows subscribers to subscribe to multiple offers. If you have that turned off, if they try to subscribe to a different offer, it says, hey, you're already awesome. You're one of our VIP members. You log in here to go see your current promotions, kind of thing, rather than giving them the different offer. Just depends on how you want to set the business up. You can totally do that. So yeah, anyways, that's it for that. One of the things I've been playing around with this week, I'm going to show you guys here. I think it'll be cool. Under workflows, I got weekly reminders. I'm gonna build this out a little bit better and probably put a snapshot together for anybody who wants to do like a webinar or a workshop type system. I think it was under the restaurant webinar registration. So what we put together here is on our landing page, I have the time, date, and everything like that, all handled by custom values. I think the only thing that I couldn't handle from custom values was setting the countdown timer on the landing page. So but what we do have here, which is kind of neat, and there's something that you can do with this, is so we have a custom value for the date and time that we're bringing in to the system. So let's go here. So I created a custom value called RMW, Restaurant Marketing Webinar, date and time. And in that field, I have a field that says Saturday, December 21st, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. Now, the problem with that is that's great for putting on the website. So when people register, they know when that webinar is. So ours isn't Saturday, December 21st. It is May, I think it was like May 18th or May 17th, Thursday, May 17th, 2024 at 12 p.m. So that is a date there. Now, inside of High Level, there's a module here that you can do. It's called date and time formatter. Now, if you have a date and time that's already in this format, if that gets passed in, now we're taking that from a custom value, and then we can reformat it to 20, it'll go into this date and time scenario here, which then we can go in event start time, and we can use that custom field or that custom value that we just manipulated from the date time formatter. If you use the date and time formatter in here, you can go event start time and then use a field, grab that field, date time formatter, date time format, date time, and it's going to drop it in there. Not I think I just doubled it up there. But what's cool about that is that you can now trigger all messaging to go off of that event start date and time. So this is just an internal notification, but we can do a wait here and say wait 1 day before this event is going to happen. Now, so if the event starts on let's say it starts today at 12 kind of thing, this event start time gets triggered right here before 1 day before that event happens. So yesterday at noon, anybody who's registered for it would get these emails here. And then we can go here and say, okay, we want to do 1 hour before. I mean, so this one's 15 minutes before, but this one here, yeah. So this one says 15 minutes before. Now anything before that, we can go trigger that off of. Now you can also do a wait here, and this is neat because you can say trigger it off an event appointment time, and then you can say after. You can say 1 day after, 1 hour after that event. So once the event's over, like let's say if we did 1 day afterwards, we could then send out, here's the replay, here is a thank you message, here is thank you for joining, what did you think, here's all the follow-up messaging from joining that workshop. So so I think that's really neat. I'm actually going to put together a more of a dynamic workshop type thing. So maybe we just have a form. You fill out the form with the date, time, and hour, date, the date and time, day, date, and time for that workshop. And then it'll update your website. It'll update your funnel. It'll update your messaging here so that it goes out to the proper people, and you don't have to come in and every time you want to do, say, a workshop week 1, what I've been finding is that on week 1 we do a workshop, week 2 we go to do another workshop. We have to go through all the funnels and automation and messaging and change all the dates and times, right? And then eventually you forget something and you miss something, and somebody gets a message with the wrong date and time in there and things get messed up. So the cool thing is we can set this up even to just go from a landing page with a form. You or your internal staff go through and change the title. You can change the messaging. You can change the date and time. Hit save. It'll update everything that has to do with that workflow. So I think that's kind of neat. Let's find out here. Okay, so Scholar, let me go here. Go over to restaurant. Okay, so under automation, I'll show you where it asks if they it checks to see if they're registered or not already. So it's under the or an automation, I believe it's under subscriber restaurant promotions, and then pick whichever one you want. And then when you come in here, it will check to see if they're already a member. Okay, so have they already been tagged as VIP member? If they are tagged as VIP member, it's going to go down into this one. So if they're not a member, it'll go down this side. If they are a member, it's going to go down this side. Now, here's what it's going to do. This is going to check this custom value. VIP promotions allow multiple subscriber offers. If that is set to yes, if it's set to yes, it's going to send them back up into this flow over here like they're a new member, and it's going to tag them again. It's going to give them, offer them the offer that is for this in-house campaign. So let's say somebody came in through a pay-per-click campaign first. We saw that they're already a member. We go down here, we check to see if we're allowing people to subscribe to different offers. If the answer is yes, then it's going to come over here and it's going to add that subscriber offer to their workflow or to their contact here. So now they're going to be able to see those different offers, those two specific like exclusive offers that they get. If they don't, if you have it set to no, if you have that custom value set to no, it's going to send them an email here that says, hey, thank you, you're awesome, you're already a member, go here and see the promotions that you already have. Does that make sense?
Actually, I moved where I can talk. Can you hear me?
Say
Can you
that
hear me?
again, sorry.
Can you hear me talking?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I tried to move where I can talk instead of typing. Um, so basically, you have to do that for every workflow.
It's already in each one of those workflows.
Okay, okay.
It's already in
So
each
then
one
you
of those workflows. All you need to do is, if you want to have it turned on to allow multiple offers, so it doesn't include the offer that's like, excuse me.
bless you.
It doesn't include off like coupons that you create that are visible to everyone. If you create a coupon in the promotions that says everyone can see this, then everyone will have access to that offer. It's only to that only applies to offers that are to get people to subscribe, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Like if we look up I know if I go to yeah, so if I look up multiple here, it'll just say VIP allow multiple subscriber offers, and it's set to yes here. And that will just that will allow it so that if I come in through an online ad, I can get that exclusive offer. And if I come in through like an in-house one or a print campaign or something like that, then I can also get that other offer.
Okay, yeah.
Some of the restaurants I talk to, they just don't want to give the same, like allow people if they come in for let's say for example, they came in off of a pay-per-click campaign. If they came in for a pay-per-click campaign through social media, and then they come into the restaurant and then they see posters that say join VIP to get, free wings or whatever, they don't get both those coupons, or vice versa kind of thing. One of them is, or like, yeah, so you could set it up that way. Just like if they become VIP already, they get one offer. If they become VIP another way, you can either decide to give them both offers, which I think is probably fine. It's just going to only allow them to use one offer per visit kind of thing. And then it just yeah, anyways, some people don't want to do that, but the option's there.
Yeah, because the situation I was in, it started getting complicated when the guy was thinking like, okay, so what's the difference between a VIP versus a regular club member? So I like for it to be one club. For instance, the name of the bar and restaurant is Mama G's.
Okay.
So I came up with the club name Mama's Babies. So
Okay.
you
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean? So you just be a Mama's Baby. Like it's no VIP. Like the club is just a Mama's Babies club. So no matter if you get a pay-per-click, you see it online, you come in the restaurant or the bar and see it's all going to the same Mama's Babies club instead
Yeah.
of P versus rewards.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have a thing in there for, yeah, what do you want to call your VIP program, right? What do you want? It doesn't have to just be VIP program. I love the idea of having like Mama's Babies. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So no, that's what I was asking. So it's probably best to simplify things to just not allow the multiple entries and just have multiple touch points for the potential customers to get into the system versus, having different VIP versus rewards versus,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I wouldn't have separate ones. I would have it all as one program. I prefer to lead with like the promotions when it comes to restaurants, and then you can upsell them on doing a loyalty program and adding in those things where they're collecting points and getting points because it is like really it's a bigger setup. And I mean, if you're prepared to go and do it, that's like 100% fine. It just, I know, it is just a bit of a bigger setup to get the loyalty card, like the loyalty system set up versus just like, hey, we're gonna start getting you customers. We're gonna start generating you leads. So I mean, they're both great and they work really, really well together. But depending on how you want to have your model set up, that's fine.
so you're saying that the promotions and the rewards for points and all that is two separate things?
You can have them separate. Yeah, they don't have to be they don't have to be one program.
Oh, so you just gave me an idea because right now I'm selling them as all together.
Yeah, like you don't have to. You can, like that's not a problem at all. But the if you run into a situation where somebody is like, and this is what I've been hearing from other agencies working with people, and is just that some people will say, well, we already have a loyalty program. I don't need another loyalty program. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
But they don't have a text message marketing platform. They don't have somebody running ads for them to get new customers through the door. They're not getting somebody to help them build that subscriber list. That's sometimes can be an easier foot in the door with some of these places, just like that guy you were talking to last week, where he said when you mentioned SMS, because he's like trying to send things out manually and going different directions and whatever.
Correct.
And then you're like, hey, we've got this platform that does this. And he's like, that's awesome. I'm signing up right now.
Right.
Kind of
Yep.
thing. Depends on, because the whole platform together, one, it's designed to get new customers in, reward current customers so that they spend more money, and then also retain those customers that they already have. That's where like the loyalty and everything is set up so that they're earning points and they keep coming back.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to set them all up for one client. You don't have to.
Makes total sense.
Mhm.
I find.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, Ray, you're up. I'm gonna stop sharing and you can show me what's going on in your system.
Looks like you've been busy fixing stuff.
Oh yeah, like I said, I just turned off a bunch of update things.
Yeah. Okay. So I just while you were talking, I went through a bunch of stuff. I'm not getting those errors anymore.
Okay.
Figures. It's like when you go to the dentist.
Oh no, it's literally because I shut them off.
Okay.
Like I know, like I 100%. They were there, and I know they were there. I went in and shut it off so that you wouldn't see any of those errors anymore.
Okay. So I guess I just went through the smart reviews thing through too. Was that broken before or was it me?
It might have had to do with the errors thing for like a couple hours
Yeah,
yesterday.
because all I was getting was I was
Is
just
that
getting
is that working properly now then?
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's
Okay.
showing the three lanes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it probably yeah, I bet you it was 100% on my end.
Yep.
From me just
So-
making those changes. So
The other thing, I guess the let me I guess I'll share my screen and maybe
Okay.
share, and let's see. I got three monitors, so it's like kind of like, all right, desktop one. Geez.
never had 3 monitors. I've always worked with two.
Yeah, well, I've got a laptop. I just bought a new badass Mac with like 96 gigs of RAM.
Oh wow. What?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
I had to get on like what?
yeah. It was it's
That's a
see my
powerhouse.
screen or no? No?
No, I don't see anything yet.
Okay. I just had to get permission here. Let's go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's the one. Share. But yeah, I just got one because I kept running out of freaking you'll see I have three other windows. I have probably 80 tabs open at any given
Yeah.
time. I don't know why. I'm a tab hoarder.
Just a tip for anybody who is experiencing the same issues. I've got tons of tabs open with like 4 different browser windows, but one of the biggest things and best things you can do for the computer that you have is upgrade your hard drive from like the standard old disk drives that spin up to
Does anybody
solid-
have a disc still here?
I upgraded all of ours
The state.
to solid state drives, and
Oh, that's
it's
the biggest-
ridiculously fast compared.
Oh,
Yep. True
that's
story.
more important than RAM. That's
Yeah, no, totally. So I'll be honest with you, my work machine that I'm using here still is I bought it in 2010.
Yeah.
I've upgraded the RAM. I think I've got 16 or 20 gigs of RAM in it. But then I upgraded all the hard drives, actually every hard drive in our entire house to solid state drives because just that one upgrade could 10 times 10x's the speed of your computer.
Oh, big time.
And
True story.
we were all running into issues with me and my wife for sure. We're just running into issues where, Chrome is always crashing. The browsers are always crashing because there's just too much and it's trying to pull stuff from hard drives and it's just so slow. So we're restarting computers like 3 times a day just to get work done. And it was a long time ago, but I upgraded everybody. And yeah, I've lent people my laptop and they're using it and they're like, this is awesome. And because their laptop broke or whatever, then they went and bought a new laptop, but it was just like with a standard hard drive in it. And they're like, I think my laptop is garbage. Their new one that they bought, and they're like, I'm gonna return it. I'm like, well, no, this one's like upgraded. Just with that one hard drive upgrade is like ridiculous.
Totally
So much
agree
better.
with that. That is I won't even deal with a disk drive anymore. I'll be
No.
like, get a solid state, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. So all right. So the thing I was running into is I wanted to I kept reapplying this snapshot because I've got these funnels here with 0 steps on them. So
Oh.
I don't know what the deal is. I kept reapplying them and hit overwrite, blah blah blah. And I still can't get any steps on here. Any thoughts on that initially or
Usually when that happens, it's a high level support issue. I could try and just get you a new, I can get you like the latest link.
well that's what
to
I was
it and then see if that works better.
that was my issue, right? Because I thought I could have swore that when I came up here to snapshots that I had, a bigger list than this of
Oh
snap-
yeah, so they're not in there. So the snapshots are, I guess I should have them in there, but if you go to smart apps, like, so if you click on whichever program you want to use, like let's say rewards,
Yeah,
and then click get snapshot.
right.
And then that's where you get the latest ones from.
Yeah, I think I did. Well, okay, so March 21st is the latest one that you have, right, for that?
I probably updated it since then. I probably just didn't change the date on
Yeah, because
that.
I was like, all right, I think I have this one. I thought when I went into my snapshot, I'll go into my
Let me,
snapshots.
I'm gonna go and let's refresh this just so it is the latest, and it says March 21st, but it's really not March 21st. I'll change the date here too. Let's go May 15th or whatever, 17th, I think it is today. And then here, I'll post the link here in chat so you can grab it. And then I'll update that. Yeah, Scholar said his laptop's from 2000. Yeah, I've got a laptop from 2013 too, and I just like I updated the RAM in it. It's not the greatest for video editing. I mean, this one is a little bit better for video, way better for video editing than my laptop is. But I think this is an i7 versus this is like an i7 gaming machine back in the day, and the other one I have is like an i5, which is just slower anyways. But yeah, I've been on my list of things to do is potentially upgrade my computer, mostly because my son wants a computer, and I'm like, well, I'm buying myself a new computer before I buy him a new computer.
Yeah. All right, this says May. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
May.
just updated that one. So you could see if you have issues where it's still not bringing in the steps for those workflows or anything, you might have to reach out to support, like to high level support, and say, hey, I'm bringing in this snapshot, but like it's not showing anything. Because at that point, there's not really anything I can do on my end. It's just they might have a glitch or something that's happening. I'm not really sure.
Okay. All right, so I could try that. I'm not gonna do that here. I'll now.
Yeah, just try to import that one in those workflows that you're missing and see what happens.
If I import, so what's the deal with getting updated snapshots? If you import them and overwrite them, are you gonna screw yourself?
I feel like it's gotten way better with them making sure that things aren't being overwritten. So, how much have you done with that Spanish pavilion already? Like, are you just setting it up, or
No, it's I mean, I have,
or you've been doing marketing for them for a while?
I've been doing marketing for them for a while, but
Okay.
I've got the snapshot in there for the rewards.
Yeah.
We haven't really gone live with the rewards because he threw a curveball at me at the
Okay.
very end and said, hey, I got a new POS coming in. It's got a rewards program and it has, it's all linked in, blah, blah, blah. And, when they pay, so I was like, well, unless I can get Zapier access to it,
Yeah.
that's going to be better, because or else we're going to tell your waiters to go use a separate system to update their, rewards and whatnot. But
What system are they bringing in?
I have no idea. I haven't gotten access to it.
Yeah.
But supposedly there is no Zapier access. I talked to the guy who's implementing it, and I think he feels threatened by me or something like that, and he's trying to.
Oh,
I don't know. He's just not being very cooperative. He's being a
yeah,
little.
I hate that.
I hate that too. But what actually? I really haven't done anything.
Okay, well, just try to
Customization-wise.
update those workflows and then see if it will if it
Yeah,
brings in the steps.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna import everything and then turn everything off except for the funnels
Yeah,
because
so I noticed last time we did it that it didn't duplicate everything. I can't guarantee that it's not going to do that because it's just high level is weird, but they've been pretty good with from the updates that I saw. Since we've done it a couple times now and imported a snapshot over the other snapshot, and it did look for duplicates. It did find those conflicts.
yeah, so if I do it, I usually like we'll do a skip on
Yeah.
everything and then just go down to the funnels and then just do the this is all part of your snapshot, I guess, all of these.
Yep.
Yeah, so what was it?
Those are funnels and websites. I think you wanted the workflows. I don't know which ones you showed me that weren't showing up though.
Yeah, I forgot.
Or yeah, maybe it was those things.
I think it well what
Oh yeah, it
this
was the funnel. Yeah, you said funnels with no.
oh, it was a printables. It was a
Yeah.
printable with the QR codes. And yeah, I'll just do that for now and then just see proceed and see what conflicts. Okay, let's see. All right, overwrite because there's nothing there. And then we'll see. But yeah, I think I did this with the other snapshot, the original
Yeah.
snapshot that I loaded in there, and yeah, nothing was coming in. So and I think I originally how I fixed it on another snapshot before was but they eventually fixed their snapshot and it worked. But I just I did a blank snapshot and then I just imported the funnel.
Okay,
That
yeah.
way. Yeah. Um all right. I think man, you fixed everything before. I was checking
Yeah, there was
everything.
just like occasionally I'll try to make it so that those don't show up, but occasionally if we're debugging something, you might see a couple of those
Well, I mean, if I know that,
if you see yeah, so if you see warnings in there, if they say warning whatever,
yeah.
99.9% of the time it's not going to affect the actual performance
Mhm.
of it, but there's just some warnings that you'll see. So I try to make sure that they're not being shown at all.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, so yeah, so the reviews works okay now. I think yeah. By the way, you could cancel the 5:30 appointment I had, which
Okay.
I actually got got out of the meeting today and I said I'm just gonna join this meeting and see if we can
Okay, perfect.
sit there and save you
Yeah,
some
I just
time.
removed it.
But all right, let's just take a quick look and see if that did it. But I don't know. And by the way, Scola, it didn't do anything. So I'm wondering,
If
my
you
next
go
step,
into it, like if you click into it, it doesn't show anything, hey?
nah, doesn't, yeah, 0 steps. Maybe I'll just
I
do it.
would, yeah,
Oh wait,
you might.
no, that's not it. That's not it.
Oh, look, he says VIP. No, that was the
What?
rewards. Yeah, I would. Yeah, but yeah, because it says it's got a folder, but then you click on it and it just says one funnel, no steps.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You
Well,
might have
there's
to
a
reach out
couple
to
funnels
support
here,
and see what
but
they.
they're not that big of a deal. I mean, these are the posters. I could,
Yeah, like
but they are important
I
because
can send you those ones individually as well.
yeah. I mean, I could probably if you're saying they're working okay, I could try it in another one. I could try it in a blank. I'll create a blank one and that's usually what I've been doing
Yeah.
because I get so many snapshots that just got so much crap in them and I clean them up in another one and then I use that snapshot
Okay.
after it's all cleaned up. Because there's a lot of duplicate stuff in there, like
Sometimes like if you just did that switch, like if you just tried to add it again and it didn't show up,
yeah.
you could it might just take a minute or two for that to come in. whatever. I don't know, but you might want to reach out to support and say, hey, I've been trying to import this one. They might say, I wonder if you deleted those three
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
then
I'm gonna
just did
I'm
it
gonna do
anyway.
that first. I'm gonna do that
Just a
first.
pain. It's just a pain. That shouldn't happen, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna just delete them and see if I can get them, and then I'll try to blank. I'll try to blank thing and then just bring them in there. But
Okay.
I think all my issues are done. I mean, I'm not even getting any errors, and I guess the only other question I have is I saw this and I don't know why this is even here, but what's this estimator tools thing?
That's a different, it's not supposed to show up there, but sometimes it does. It is another guy, another group who's using our platform for licensing their tools.
Okay.
So it's not our thing. I should make sure that it gets out of there, but yeah, it's made by the JHL Mastery guys, and they use our backend system for licensing their estimator tools plugin, which is like for home services. I think they have things set up for like roofing estimator and different stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, because yeah, everything even like everything was jacked up today when I tried to use the custom values,
Yeah,
updating custom values on
I
the
saw that.
sites. It was all jacked up, but everything's good now. I just updated a whole bunch of custom
So in the
values.
next week or so, I will be having it set up so that you guys will be able, like will be I'll share my screen and kind of give you a glimpse
Yeah,
of
I was gonna stop.
what's happening with this, because we're just updating everything to we're updating everything to API version 2. So API version 2, Vault 1 has been around for a long time. It's a completely different system. API version 2, it's basically you need to authorize your account, and then we get a token that is good for like 24 hours, and then we have to like refresh tokens and do things. But this one is, so now our system will be connected into Marketplace. So you will see a button on here to connect OAuth, which is just the authorization system that they have. And when we come in here, you'll be able to pick your agency account, and then from that, give access to our systems. And then this is just going to say, congratulations, you're all connected in there. But what that's going to do is we'll have so High Level have slowly been moving things all over to their API version 2, and while they're still supporting API version 1, there's a lot more we can do with API version 2. And then once it's connected, you won't see any difference really, but I'll probably have a page for all of your locations to reconnect or connect OAuth to connect authorization there, so that everyone can get connected in there with it. So that'll be an upgrade coming in the next week or so. We're just updating all of our functions and everything in the back end scripting to make sure everything works both with API version 1, which is still live for a while, but eventually everything is just going to be the version 2. So anybody new coming onto the system will be required to sign up for version 2, which is fine. And version 1 will continue to work for people who are on version 1, but eventually you'll need to go in and reauthorize or authorize each one of those things. So that's just, it's not like a huge change on your guys' end, but that's what we're implementing now. So we're just writing the code to make sure everything works smoothly together. Anyway, okay, well, that kind of, I feel like, I don't know if anybody else has, or we got Danica here. Danica, how is it going?
Great, you got me right. Yes.
There we go. Yeah, did you have a question today, or just saying hi, or just stop in for a bit?
Uh-oh, hello, can you hear me?
Yep. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I have a question. It's mostly on the sales side.
Yep.
I was kind of running into some issues. So most of the times when I go in and I'll try to make it more conversational. Of course, not going there and try to make it very salesy. There's no pitch. Typically, it's mostly restaurants that I've actually already eaten at, so I'm able to
Yep.
kind of just spark up conversation about, you know, I've eaten here before, and I may even say my husband and I, we enjoy the food, which is the truth. But then I'll try to transition to, so what kind of issues, do you see, within your business? And I don't know if maybe I'm just not asking the right questions, but it always seems like they're like, oh, well, we're doing okay, everything's good. How do you
Yeah.
make that transition from there?
So,
Because yes.
okay. So are you talking to a manager at that time, or like a server, or the owner, or?
Yeah, I try to go right directly to the owner. I want to talk to the person who makes the decisions.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily, I usually start off with just being like, like, so, hey, I love this food. This is awesome. Conversational, get to know them kind of thing. Just say like, I love this. We moved here from, like, for example, for us, we moved to Kelowna 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We love coming here. I love your guys' wing nights. We came here for my birthday for wings. The kids love it. Made I gave my daughter $5 for eating the hottest wing on your menu. And
Okay.
whatever, right? That's just like, that's
Right.
whatever. But then it's like, so then I usually am just like, so hey, like, one of the reasons I want to talk to you is because we do restaurant marketing and I do love this place. So I was just wondering, like, yeah, basically I'm like, we do restaurant marketing. Like, are you the right person to talk to about this? If you're talking to the owner, then you just say like, I'd love to chat with you about it. Now, it depends on if they're busy right at that point. If you had an actual meeting with them or you just stopped in to chat with them, you can go a couple different ways with it. And I think being like, hey, we do restaurant marketing. We've got a really great system to get customers to come in on slow days and create like a VIP list of customers so that we keep bringing them in. You can adjust your pitch however you want to do that, but then just say like, is how would I even do it? Yeah, I'm just trying to think right now. Um, I just sent out like three pitches, like three conversations this
I
week as
think your
well.
pitch is your pitch is good. Your approach is good. I do the same thing.
Yeah,
Um, I got these chips, these poker chips with my business card. It's like
okay.
my business card. And I asked for an appointment. You don't,
That's what I was gonna. That's where I was
during a
getting at.
dinner
You don't.
service, you don't want to talk to them. You want to close the appointment. Say, would we, and they're usually not going to say no because you're eating at the restaurant. So, what are your best days? Obviously Mondays and Tuesdays are slow days at a restaurant. Is Monday at 12, and just give them date and just book them right
Yeah,
there. Give me your
that's
information and book the appointment. You're not trying to sell them, and don't even answer questions
yeah,
about what you offer. Just tell them overall, like the high level pitch that, we bring customers in on slow days, we build a VIP list, we have SMS, and I wouldn't even go as far as SMS because
no.
some old school owners get freaked out by SMS. I know
I
that that's
just I
happened to
just
me.
mostly say, hey, I've got a really great platform that I think
High
that you'll
level,
like,
yeah,
that I'd love to just schedule a demo with you.
yeah,
Where I
very
can come
very.
back and talk to you when you have a minute because I know you're really busy right now.
Yeah, keep the conversation, very high level, not go high level, but just very,
Yeah.
like,
No, I
hey, and
agree.
just
That's
enough to intrigue them. And that's why I got these poker chips because they're always a really cool conversation and they have a QR code on them. And,
yeah.
depending on how good your funnel is or whatever, that if they decide to go there and take a look at it, then they maybe can get some background, but book the appointment first, and
Yeah.
then definitely sell the appointment, and just tell them, Monday or Tuesday at 12 or 1 o'clock, whatever.
Lots of
I
times, yeah, lots of
Okay.
times restaurant managers or owners, they're in earlier in the morning. Depends on when they open. If they open for lunch, they'll be in from like 9 till 11 or 7 till 11 or something like that, too, where they'll be there earlier in the morning and they're just doing admin stuff.
yeah,
Um,
Mhm.
before like they get like a lunch rush or something like that, you know, before they start getting busy. Depends on depends on what type of business it is, but like, yeah, Ray said, like, just book that's what I was trying to get at there, is don't try, and I don't usually try and sell them on something when I first come in. It's usually like, hey, love this place, absolutely, this is great, you know, chat with them a bit, just like, hey, I'm human and I'm a great person kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then be like, hey, so one of the main reason why I want to talk to you is because we do restaurant marketing and I've got a system that I think that you will really like. Um, Now I don't want to like pitch you on this or like right now. I know you're
Yeah.
super busy, but I'd love to just schedule a demo with you for like Tuesday at 10 a.m. where I
Yeah.
can come back and
Yeah, put the
walk
time
you
out.
through how we do what we do, right? We help you
Okay.
like whatever. Like you don't even have to go through, like, we just say, I usually just say, hey, we do restaurant marketing. And like, I mean, if they like tell me more about it, whatever, it's like we help you get more customers through the door. You can even go into like, we get customers to come in more often, we get them to spend more, and we get new customers to come in as well.
Yeah, very
And
very
you
high
know,
level.
those kind of things. And I just love to walk you through a demo when you have a minute. And that's
Okay.
worked a lot better than trying to go for a sale right then. Just from owning like brick and mortar businesses where you're doing service-based stuff, somebody stopping in and being like, hey, I want to sell you on something right now. They're not in the headspace for it because usually they're thinking about 50 different things. And then trying to be just like stop them and be like, yo, you want to buy this right now or what?
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
They don't want to. There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of resistance there. And just because I know for myself anyways, and I know Chandel too, if she's in the middle of like, say, if she was working with a client, she's doing hair, somebody would come in to try and sell her on something. Even if she finished doing hair with that person, she's thinking about the next person. She's thinking about retail. She's thinking about, you know, the other staff that are in there, what needs to be done, and is not being like, well, let me switch gears and talk to you about marketing, you know. But the persistence of coming back is a good thing. And then just setting up an appointment like, hey, can I come back and talk to you Tuesday at 10 a.m.? You know, and then they
Yeah.
can look at their schedule and say yes or no or whatever, and find a time that works for you.
I think both of you guys are giving like golden advice because, as you know, Jason, Danica and I are husband and wife team, so
Yeah.
we're at this like that, and basically with what I failed to do, and I felt like I needed her help with, is I geek out on it, and I usually lose them in all the features and all this other stuff. And
I do
try
too. I
Yeah.
have to catch myself, bro. I
right.
literally have to catch myself because I'll geek
Yeah.
out. If they ask too many, like some people will be like, yeah, I really need something. And then you start, does your system do this? Does your system do that?
Right.
And I have to catch myself and just be like, let's talk about it on Tuesday. I don't want to, you know, just
Well,
have
then
a
that's going to
special
leave a little
time.
bit of a cliffhanger for them as well, you know, and they'll look
Exactly.
forward to it,
Exactly.
right?
You
Instead
say
of
you
trying,
say the answer to your question is yes, yes, and yes, but I don't want to, I have to catch myself constantly because I'm the geek, right? That
Yeah.
wants to. I'm so excited to tell them what I could do, and
Right.
it
Right.
usually
but I
blows the
just
deal.
also know unless you're not talking to somebody who's going to nerd out on that stuff,
Yep.
it's going to go over their head
Correct.
when you start
Yeah.
going into it, right?
And during your dinner, while you're having dinner and they're in a dinner service, is not the time to do any of it, you know?
Yeah.
Even though you really wanna, it's like you gotta stop yourself. And that's the hardest thing for me because I'm not gonna lie. I'll be like, hey, I'll meet you at the bar in 10 minutes after I'm done with dinner.
Right.
And then,
Yeah.
and then we'll talk about it and I'll try to show them stuff on the phone and
Confused.
nah, you got to prep for it. You just got to get it. And the other thing I was going to add is sometimes like a lot of restaurant owners that I found they've got a new POS system like my guy just got.
Yeah.
Or they just signed up with some other system and they're like, "Yeah, I got this other system and they're not doing anything with it." And they're like, "Yeah, my system's supposed to do that." And you turn it on them, say, "Hey, I would, if you could do me the favor, since I'm in the business, I love you looking at maybe I can help you with your current system. But I'm just trying to learn something from you as well. So make it about both of you. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you're right now at their restaurant and you're eating at their restaurant and you're buying from them. So you're in a good position to close the meeting. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do,
Mhm. Right, right.
Tanika, keep
Whenever-
him quiet.
whenever I'm
Put a
at a
muzzle on him
restaurant
when he
and I
gets
talk-
too geeky.
Yeah, whenever I'm
Yeah.
at a restaurant and I talk to
Yeah.
somebody about that, and whether it's staff or manager or just asking for who I would chat with, like here, let me, I messaged, we had a block party, just down the street 2 weekends ago, and there was a taco truck that showed up there, and I went and yeah, same thing. They're in the middle of doing things. I'm like, this is awesome. Do you guys have any more locations? Do you guys have different trucks? Like whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, we've got one opening up this winery. We've got a thing going on here. We've got a location here. I'm like, that's awesome. I do restaurant marketing and I'd love to chat with you guys about some of the stuff that we're doing that might be able to help you. And he's like, oh, that sounds very interesting. And I was like, yeah. So like, he's like, do you have a card? And I'm like, well, you give me your card and I'll send you a message and I'll get something set up. So, I've just been messaging back and forth with him, this week about just setting up that time. Cause he's got 2 restaurants and 2 food trucks. He's a busy guy, so just been chatting with him like he's an old buddy kind of thing about like, hey, how are things going? Like, wow, what's this? Oh, okay, that sounds awesome. Very cool. We're gonna have to check that out, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. And then I'll push him into like, when can I stop by and give you a demo, like show you this kind of thing. And then another place that we go to, got the contact information for their marketing manager. For some reason, my conversations tab isn't opening, so I can't even see what I sent them for a message. Wait at this second. Oh, I just have to refresh. But it was simple. It was like, hey, Chris, I was talking to Johnny. I was in at Freddy's the other day, and I was talking to one of your managers, Johnny, and he said to give you a shout. So he gave me your contact information. We do restaurant marketing. And we've got some really cool systems for getting more, here, let's see what I said. Hey, Chris, this is Jason Orban. I was talking with Johnny, 99% sure that was his name. Awesome dude. Anyways, one of your managers at Freddy's, and he gave me your info. He said I should reach out to you. I was in for lunch the other day, so here I am. LOL. I do restaurant and event marketing and has some cool tools we've built specifically for restaurants. I think they're a good fit for your location, and just honestly would love to chat with someone in the thick of things to get feedback, if nothing else. Let me know if you're around and if you'd be up for a chat. And then lots of times I'll end my like the DM or the text or whatever I do with a question to get them to reply. So that's I'll show you. I'll share my screen here. So like, are you in Kelowna? It was just a simple question where he could be like yes or no. He's in Kelowna. And then he just said, hey, just starting my work day. Can you send me some information to my email? I'll have a look and then we can chat. Kind of thing. And then this other guy here too, we've just been chatting back and forth about whatever, but hey, this is Jason Orban, the 6'8" bearded guy who was chatting with you about restaurant marketing at our block party the weekend before last. I've been thinking about you guys and wanted to make sure I say hey before things get too busy around here. Then did you say you just opened a place at Summerhill Winery? And then so ask a question to get them to at least reply and start a conversation, right? This is more DM type things. This one is specifically through SMS because everybody has their SMS on their business cards these days, especially like smaller independent guys too. So sending out that text message works. And then we've just been chatting about it. So, but then it's slower chatting too, because it's over SMS and he's a busy guy. So, just trying, but all I'm trying to do is set an appointment so I can just stop in and give him a demo.
Yeah.
Right now, once you got to give them a demo of like, pull out your phone, text this number to this thing, like high level demo, even, pull out your phone, text burgers to whatever this phone number is, and then they get subscribed, they get a link to the promotions page, they can see the promotions, they can see the coupons, they can see events, thing like that, and then have it send out a link to their loyalty dashboard if you want to go that route too, and then just do a demo that way. Don't even go in, you don't even have to go into the back end of high level and show them like the internal workings of it, because that doesn't so much matter so much as giving them the idea of what they're going to be able to do with the system when they get it in their hands.
So,
You know what I mean?
that's what you're saying, Jason and Ray. I would say both of you guys are giving gold right now. But I think that the thing that has been working for us is, Ray, I get a chance to geek out once she's gotten them excited.
Yeah.
Jason, everything that you just said, once Danica got them excited about first understanding their problem and then enticed to he can solve the problem, then I can get them in my office and actually demo the thing. And that's what happened with the last guy.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And then I get to show them, okay, go ahead, just exactly what you said. Go ahead and text this number and see what happens. Now you see you got text. Now everybody that signs up, you will have them in your database. You won't have to get on your phone and text everybody. We can do that with one button. So, that's when I get a chance to geek out, because they already know what they're there for. Now they're trying to see how it exactly works. But when I start with, it's like, shit, you're confusing me now.
Yeah, because their mind isn't in a space to like learn or do that. It's like you're asking them to completely switch gears in the middle of service.
Right. Yeah.
And she does a good job warming them up and getting them excited about what's about to happen. And that's the cliffhanger. So when they get in my office, they get to see the actual demo and they're like, oh shit, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for that. Like, I appreciate it, because sometimes I think, and I will say this, and I think keeping it with restaurant marketing, because I think some people get marketing, advertising, all that confused. So, I mean, if I just go a little bit further with the conversation, then I think they'll be able to pick it up, or also just kind of, thesaurus my way through it and just use different words to get them to understand what marketing is.
Yeah, like I definitely like to lead and tell them, we do restaurant marketing. You can judge by how whatever they are at, but just going into like, what are your troubles that you're doing right now? Whatever. It's or what kind of troubles are you guys having right now, or problems are you guys having right now? I wouldn't necessarily go into that unless I was framing the whole conversation as we're launching a program and I'm trying to learn from local businesses how we can best help them.
That's even better, I think.
And then if you went in that way, then you could be like, hey, what are your struggles right now? Like lots of times I'll just be like, once we start having a meeting and we actually like, what are you guys doing for marketing right now? How are you guys getting in customers right now? What are you guys doing for X, Y, and Z? Like, and lots of times they're like, oh, well, we're not doing anything. Oh, we send out some social media, or we do. And how is that working for you? And go into those things without specifically being like, what problems are you facing right now? But like, you can get into that afterwards. Is there any other like issues that you guys like some kind of software would help you with, kind of thing? You can go more into that if you want, but you can just keep them on track too. And then I probably wouldn't go that way. I'm going to see if I can put together a list of better questions that we can ask as well too, because I've been thinking about that a lot lately too.
I'm going to ask Jason, is that going to be a part of the launch pad? Like,
we'll have stuff in there, and then we'll try to figure out a way too, so that everybody can kind of develop their own questions too. Like, we want those questions that are going to be, that once you start talking to them anyways, and they, that they could use some help. What kind of questions can you ask them to kind of like dig the knife in a little bit, cause a little bit like, oh yeah, so if you guys don't get more clients in, whatever, or if you guys don't fill out those Tuesdays and Thursdays, what's it going to be like, just things like that. But for the most part, if you just lead in to get to that demo, if you can just lead in to get to the demo, then that way you have that set time, and then they're in the mindset of, you know, listening and chatting about things versus you know, asking them to switch their mindset and go into like, let's talk about marketing for a minute kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a
If they're
scary-
not
that's
if
a
they're not
scary
already
topic.
there.
That's a scary topic. 'Cause, oh, right when you mention marketing, they're like, oh, another marketing company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I found more success with just saying, hey, this is what we do. I don't want to talk to I literally say, I don't want to talk to you about it right now, but I want to come back and chat with you. Like, I don't want to talk to you about it right now because I know you're busy. I see you've got a ton of stuff going on, and I'm just hitting you like from the side with this. But like, can I come back on Tuesday and, you know, maybe we sit down for 20 minutes and I show you what we're doing, kind of
And
thing.
Yeah.
this is
Okay.
something that I've been kind of like trying to build is that one page or whatever that can give them just enough without giving them too much.
Yeah.
Like if you
Right.
leave that behind a card, and that's why I love this QR code thing in your. I've created so many QR codes and all
Yeah,
that, and I
the
put it
poker chip
on
thing is
that,
really neat.
and it's something that you can leave them behind where they can, you know, like I've toyed with an explainer video or whatever just to, and you know, it's tough to get that one thing. So I don't know what your funnel is like, if you have a funnel that you've built, but having a card or something that you can give them a QR code to, you know, keep them intrigued enough without giving it out too much info. That works too, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. I like leaving something behind because
Yeah.
I think that will definitely catch their attention, and then they'll be more likely to at least remember me, you know, and then I'll hit them back up,
Well, I'll
follow
just
up.
give you one of the things that has worked for me in the last two plays, because I do the same thing, right?
Yep.
When somebody sees this poker chip, and I can drop a picture of it, when somebody sees the poker chip, they're like, wow, that is cool. I want those for my restaurant. You know, I want those, you know, they can put them out for free drinks, and they can have their QR code if somebody takes them home, you know, and they can sign up, you know, for their VIP pro or whatever it is that they have, right? But everybody loves these poker chips. And you can offer them to people as well. Now, I could give you the link where you could go to Chip Lab and get them. They cost about 80 cents a piece, and you could get them that way and be like, hey, I can get you these chips. And that way you're transacting with them. I've been in business for 22 years, and I've always said you have so much more success with somebody that you've exchanged money with, because there's even if it's for something as stupid as a poker chip,
Yep.
it's a transaction that you just did with them, and now you have a reason. They're your customer, bro. You know.
Yeah.
And it's if you just go to, it's chiplab.com, I can drop it in there,
Yeah,
and
right now.
it's really, I mean, you can buy 25 at a time. And
Mhm.
I've actually, when I get into the second meeting and I realize that, you know, I could do a little something for them, I'll pay, you know, $30 to get them a pack of, you know, 25 chips or something like that, and
Yeah.
drop them off as a gift. You know, some people want to do flowers and cookies or whatever.
Yeah, that's fun.
You know, I'm doing these chips, you know, and
Yeah.
they work cool because people love them. Everybody I've showed them, they want them.
Mhm.
They're automatically, I want them, you know.
I want
I
one
think-
too.
Yeah, they're cool. They're
Yeah,
cool.
chiplab.com here.
Let me drop this link in here.
I just threw it in there.
Oh, chiplab.com, yeah. And really great company. I will suggest going with the composite chip because it has more real estate to print.
Okay.
There's two
Mhm.
chips. There's one that's clay that's more realistic, like a casino chip. But honestly, side to side, they're the same, you know, and they feel the same. Great great thing, you know. Once you get them for yourself. You show them to everybody, wants them, and then you just leave it at the conversation. I'll get you some chips, Once you go deliver
Mhm.
their chips, then you bring your laptop and say, let me show you where your QR code is going right now. And you have their
Okay.
QR code going to their current website or their current rewards program
Yeah,
or
and then you could
whatever it
also
is,
do you can do that with
DC
our
card.
back end system too. You can also do the dynamic QR codes
Yeah.
as well.
I
gonna
think
bust.
I've been using the dynamics and I could change it. You could change
Yeah,
it
you can
anytime.
change it that way. Hey, this is where it goes right now, but if you wanted to go somewhere else,
Yeah.
you can
It's
do that for
really
sure.
awesome. And it's kind of I've actually started to change my kind of marketing strategy. And I'm doing mailers to certain companies that I'm targeting
Yep.
and include a chip in there because who's not going to open up a piece of mail that's handwritten that has a chip in it?
Yeah, we used to do
Mhm.
we used to do
Pasted on a card.
we used to do some stuff. It was expensive to ship out in Canada, but called lumpy mail. Basically, you're sending out
Yeah,
something in a package
yeah,
to somebody that has your marketing stuff on it,
yeah.
right? Well, there was ones like it was like here's a magnifying glass because people can't find you online, you know?
And
Um,
I'll tell you what, nobody is going to throw a chip away. They're
yeah.
going to keep it and throw it in their junk drawer and maybe find it in two. I don't know, but I had one that the reason I got them is because I'm that guy that transfers everything from one pocket to the next pair of pants that he's wearing. And
Yeah.
I found myself carrying this plumber's chip around for about 3 months. And it was
Okay.
always in my pocket because it looked cool, you know?
Yeah.
This chip in my pocket. And finally, I needed a plumber and I called this guy and I said, holy shit, this is cool.
Okay.
And it works.
That sounds about right with my husband.
Yeah.
He carries
I
it
just
all
take
in his
stuff out.
pockets.
I take it from one pocket to the next, you know?
Yeah.
And hey, for the ladies, you guys got purses. You throw it in your purse. You might find it when
Yeah.
you're looking for a mint in the bottom of your purse, you know?
Right. Okay. Well, great. I like that idea.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Well,
If you
yes,
guys
sir.
need any assistance on that, because designing them is a little they got a great designing system, and I'm sure Scola can figure it out because he's a geek, but they you know,
I'm good.
they great company to deal with. They screwed up my first batch and they sent me another one in like 4 days, you know,
Okay.
and they're a great company.
You're gonna have to see if
I
they
guarantee he's already looking into it right now.
Yeah. They're cool. Go design one for yourself. And yeah, let me know.
Okay,
Well,
awesome.
thank y'all so much. I'm actually I'm gonna hop off the call because I do actually have a place I'm headed to. So I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Beast mode. Go get it,
Go,
baby.
go get them.
Thank you. Thanks,
All right.
y'all. Take care.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to you guys later. We're gonna end the call here. I think that's a good spot. Yeah, chiplab.com. Go check it out. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, obviously hit me up Facebook or however you guys normally do, email or through text message. That's fine. And we will talk to you guys, if not before, then on Tuesday. If you guys want to join that the Launch Lab thing. Actually, I should put a link in the chat here as well. Actually I had to find the page because I don't even remember what the page was that I created. So let me grab that. I'll put it in chat if you guys want to register for the 5-day challenge next week. We would love to have you. So let me grab that workshop.
Hey, Scola, I put my email address in there. If I might have I think they sent me a discount code or something like that. It's not like a thing, but if you want, you know, it's like for, you know, if your friend wants something, you know, whatever. But
Oh.
send me an email and I'll see if I get you that.
I appreciate that, brother. I'm about to send you an email right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I didn't get to tell you where I got my system. I got that. What's that guy's name? Whatever GHL freaking whatever Matt DeSeno or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got my
The customization.
the customization thing. But yeah, it's okay. I'm on like the entry level program, but I'm probably gonna, get this other this other system. I like my stuff pimped out and looking different, you know.
Yeah.
So there's another one called, like, I don't know, marketing, something
There's
marketing.
Marketer's Toolkit.
Marketer's Toolkit. That
Marketer's
guy's awesome.
Toolkit.
Yeah.
He's got some really good stuff
He's got,
as well for
and
customizing the look of your entire
yeah, and
bag.
he's got the one price you could pay. I think it's $1,000. You get it for like, I'm paying like $199 a month for that.
Yeah.
So I think Marketer's Toolkit, you can just buy the customization outright for $1,000, you know,
Cool.
and I think that's where I'm gonna. And I just did a demo with him, and he can do everything that and he told me Deceno actually tried to buy them out, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, he told me that they tried to buy their company. I guess Deceno's a pretty big freaking outfit, huh?
Yeah, they've been doing a lot. They've been doing a lot more stuff, and I think going in the direction of like Extendly, where Extendly went and bought a bunch of different
I thought
companies
Extendly
as
was
well.
bigger than them, and
Yeah, Extendly's big too, because they absorbed like 4 different high level companies.
yeah, but somebody that I talked to said that Deceno's like twice the size as Extendly.
Oh, really? No idea.
Revenue wise, yeah,
Oh,
revenue.
could be. They've
Yeah,
got
he's
they've got a
doing
number
some
of things for
serious
sure.
revenue, that guy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool. Anyways, San just jumped on here quick.
All right.
And time to close us out.
Oh, what's
Hi.
up, Shane?
I just
Mhm.
could hear you. I was just in a different meeting. I thought I would just pop on and say hello.
Hello, I was telling Jason that I thought Danica and I had missed the week challenge, but he told me you guys had backed it up to next week, which is a good thing for us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, a little bit more time to prepare, a little bit more time to hopefully reach more people and really nail it is the plan for sure for next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. What did I miss? Anything?
Oh,
What's-
let's recap for that. No, lots of good stuff. We talked about a lot of things that we got everything settled with Ray here. Everything's working there. Covered a few different things that are updating in high level, and then we just talked a little bit about sales stuff too when you go in and talk to businesses. So that was good.
By the way,
Push-
I tried deleting them funnels and redoing it, and it didn't work.
Okay.
So I just I put it in a blank while we were talking here. I put it in a blank one and then just manually moved the funnels over, and looks like they're working okay.
Okay, yeah. Like, yeah, again, that's a weird high level.
Yeah. I've had it happen on other funnels. It's not just yours. It's
Yeah.
had it happen on other funnels where I see 0 steps and I'm like, what's up? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Okay.
happened.
Cool. Well, we were just saying goodbye here.
Okay.
Shutting things down. So appreciate you jumping on for a few minutes. That's cool. But we're going to close it out for the day.
Have a good day,
All
guys.
All right.
All
You guys have
right,
an
we'll
awesome
see
day.
ya.
Talk to you
Bye.
later. Okay, bye.